Tap said. Oh, I was my baby, you're from Calabos. The only boss. With oneness. Baby, I will be everywhere I day and everywhere they go. Tap Send got me covered. If you need to send money or transfer money from Europe, from Canada, from USA, from UK, any part in Europe, you can send it through Tap Send. And guess what? Oceania, they will receive it right here in Ghana and many countries across Africa. So what are you waiting for? Download Tap Send now on Google Play Store or App Store. When you download, it's so easy to use. Tell your families, tell your loved ones to download Tap Send. Okay? But also, when I receive my money, the other tell you I would channel, like my view, hey, you crazy.
Download Tap Send now on Google Play and App Store. Tap Send. It's secure, convenient, easy, and fast.
This is our world. Here we are in our community. There are the laws. There are the regulations. We have BWF Solicitors. BWF Solicitors, experts in all aspects of the law, family law, civil litigation, all immigration and nationality issues, representation in court, marriage and divorce. We pride ourselves to give you excellent legal services and follow through till we get you the right result and decisions. That is our mutual satisfaction. We have a team of excellent qualified solicitors and support team to help you every step of the way. Our senior partner, with over 30 years of unbroken service to the community, is a member of the Family Law Panel and has advised several lawyers and institutions in many legal matters. He is qualified to practice both in the UK and in Ghana. Come to us. Speak to us. Let us represent you. We are your trusted community partners when it comes to the law. Locate us on the 4th floor of the Anna House, 214 to 218 High Road at Seven Sisters in North London. N15 4NP. Nearest train station, Victoria Line to Seven Sisters Station, exit number 2. We are open for all consultations from Monday to Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Weekends by appointment only. Call us now on 0208 493 7340 or 077 127 61884. BWF Solicitors, your trusted legal partner.
Good evening. Welcome to tonight's edition of the Ghanaian Community Awareness Forum. My name is Nana Kusikwesi, the first Achumahine of Ahanta Traditional Area and the Diaspora and Chairman of Ghana Union. Tonight, by courtesy of BWF Solicitors, Tap Send, your #1 money transfer route to Ghana from anywhere around Europe and America. BWF Solicitors, a community family law solicitors firm based in Seven Sisters Road, all supporting us tonight. And of course, with the help of Ghana Union, Ghana Nurses Association UK, the Western Regional Association of Nurses UK, the Ghanaian Nightingale Nurses Association. We bring to you live on Zoom, Facebook, YouTube, and of course on Omega Live TV. Tonight's edition of Ghanaian Community Awareness Forum, here with you with a panel that will discuss with you the need, of course, the need for us to take care of our families and our financial issues. How do we cover them? How do we make sure that when the inevitable happens, we are not left in limbo? So it's a very important topic. My audience tonight, I believe you have a lot to ask. You have more time to go through questions and answers. As always, this forum is a forum that is not political. We are here to just give you information, help you decide yourself. We're not here to make choices for you. Your duty is to listen, take notes, and then, of course, follow it up when you make up your mind. We thank the Ghana High Commission for endorsing this program, and of course, all partners who, in the past and for the future, look forward to working with us. Tonight, we have a special guest, one of our own from the Ghanaian community, a special advisor who has many years advised on these issues and helped families overcome some of the difficulties they have encountered in their time. And so we are here tonight to introduce to you a panel in the name of Mr. Edward Ampiah from Kellon Financial Services, here to give us an indication of what it is that we need to do as a community and for the good of our people and friends and family living in abroad, here in the UK and around the world. Mr. Ampiah, good evening, and you're welcome to Ghanaian Community Awareness Forum. Please kindly unmute yourself.
Thank you very much, Nana.
Yes, so we are here with you tonight to take us through what it is to take care of our families. How do we protect them? How and why and what should we do? The what and the how is what we are here to learn and of course share your knowledge and expertise in the field that you so well know. So please take over from me and take us through, and at some point we will come back to Q&A once you're done.
Thank you very much, Nana. As you said, my name is Edward Ampiah. There's Kwame within. The second middle name is Kwame. Thank you again, and good evening to all Ghanaian community members for allowing me to be with you in your home, in your various homes. And I also thank those who will be joining us in advance. Today's topic is the need for family financial protection. Why the need to protect our family? I think by the time we leave the studios, everybody will understand or come up with the reason why we have chosen this topic for discussion. But Nana, before I continue, I'd like to share my screen for everybody because I have a presentation on a slide.
That's okay.
I think my screen is shared.
Yes, you can see it, yes. So you take over.
Yeah, thank you, Nana. The basic concepts, the need for family financial protection. And I want us to have the basic concepts. As I said, I'm coming from Kellon Financial Services. In fact, Kellon Financial Service is one of the biggest advice network in the United Kingdom. It covers the whole of the United Kingdom, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, and England, with London as the capital. So everywhere Kellon is there. In fact, Kellon advises I cannot say they are the best, but they are one of the best advisors you can have. Because, Nana, we are constantly being trained, and the advice we give, I will say, it is tailored to your circumstances. After we have spoken to you, the advice we give will help you to boost your financial circumstances. And excuse me. Yeah, the family is a very important unit in our society because everybody is coming from a family. So talking about the family is talking about everybody. So Nana, these are my outline. I think we have done the first part. I'll start with, I've spoken a little about my company profile, and I'll go on to speak a little about our proposition, the advice that we give. Fellow Ghanaians, Kalon Financial, we give advice on life insurance, income protection, accident, sickness protection. We also have critical illness cover, mortgage advice and protection, business protection, home and landlord protection, building content protection. We also have tenant content cover, mortgages, pension, savings and investment, commercial insurance, group life insurance, private medical insurance, will writing, and many more. In fact, Kalon works as a team. So for all that I've mentioned, if I cannot give you advice on it, I have a team that are diverse in all ways that they can help you in any of the propositions or all that I've mentioned in our proposition. I'll just go on by saying that even though we have a lot of insurance providers or protection providers that we work with, we are confident with a few. For example, Zurich, MetLife, Legal and General. We have AXA, Blue Drop Services, Kells Technology, Payment Shield, LV or Liverpool Victoria. We also have Aviva, Vitality Insurance, the Exeter, and the Guardian. These are the providers we can trust because they pay their claims. Whenever there's a claim, they are ready to pay. In fact, I can say that our providers are so good that at every 5 minutes, there's a claim that is being paid to to our clients. So we trust them. So these are the few of the insurers or providers that we work with. Having done with my company profile, I think you can all agree with me that time is always changing. So is our financial situation. And because of that, there's a financial uncertainty. Nobody knows the future. Nobody knows tomorrow. Nobody knows the next second what it will happen. And because of that, there's financial uncertainty. There's financial reality. There's financial discipline. And then we can also talk about financial planning, financial management, and how we can produce surplus value that can help us in every investment that we can take. And I'm talking about financial uncertainty. What I mean is that we cannot predict the market situation tomorrow because prices are always changing. inflation and recession or natural disasters are always on the rise. So there's always uncertainty about the future. And therefore, financial uncertainty can be very stressful. When we talk about financial reality, let me ask, if we have a surplus value after expenditure or our budgets, for our budget, do we have what do you call it, a surplus value, or we have monies to save? For when you are able to see the reality on the markets, then you become financially disciplined. What I mean is, do you buy what you need or at the right time, or you just buy what you want? If you face reality, we become disciplined. So we always be conscious or cautious about how we spend our money or how we deal with our finances. And talking about financial planning, the question is, do you have a budget, or do you do impulse buying? Sometimes we see something, we think it is good. We don't normally need it, but we will buy it. But then you go home for about a whole year, that item you bought, you have not used it before. So it calls for us to plan for the future. And now, please, along the way, if somebody have a question, you can ask me before I finish the presentation. Hello, Dana.
I'll allow you half an hour to go through as much as possible, and then we can take a break. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I said along the line, if somebody has a question,
yes,
you can.
So I said ideally you go through it for the next 30 minutes, and then after that we'll take a break and we'll come back for Q&A.
Okay. All right. And now, what are the financial realities that we have? We all bear with me that all transactions come with a cost and benefits, and the value of money keeps on depreciating all the time. You can bear with me that mortgage, rents, and retail prices are increasing all the time, and they are knocking against our budgets. And to sustain our family budgets, we need to face a financial reality, because the reality is that prices are always escalating. Prices are always soaring higher. They never come down. And along the path of life, we all face financial challenges, or we face health and safety challenges, economic, socio-emotional challenges. All these things, before we can deal with them, it comes with spending money. And sickness and death, they are natural disasters and they are inevitable. Yeah. So it calls for proper planning. Otherwise, we find ourselves in the realities that we cannot deal with. And financial reality, I can say, is always, it can be positive or it can be negative. So we always pray that our financial realities will become positive, not negative. And because of the uncertainties that we have, Nana, in our finances, there's always a financial stress. Let us cast our minds back. When you go and stand at the train station in the morning, look at how people are swiftly moving up and down. Then you ask yourself, what is happening? What is actually happening is financial stress. People are going to work. People are going for work so that they will be able to meet their budgets and other financial obligations. So, Nana, sometimes when we face financial stress, these are some of the impacts. You can have people arguing with people closer to you about money, especially if that person is your partner or your wife. You actually feel how it is. You have difficulty sleeping. You feel angry, fearful, or like you are experiencing mood swing. There's tiredness, aches and pains, withdrawing from others and other social events. Sometimes you feel guilty when you are spending money, when there's a financial stress. It comes with mental health issues. You would seem not to be taking vacation or holidays. Actually, you have a low credit score. These are relatives or financial relatives that I'm talking about. You seem to overworking your strength. At a point in time, there can even be a relationship breakdown, anxiety and depression, especially at old age, when you cannot work hard, it all sets in. People turn to drugs and alcohol use. There's a delayed healthcare due to the cost. Sometimes thoughts of harming yourself or suicidal images come into your mind. And all these things, why? Because there's financial stress, there's financial need. That is why, Nana, we need to financially protect the family so that we don't go through this stress. Nana, at this point, I would like participants also to come in. So there seems to be, this side is a little interactive. So I'll ask a question. If somebody is ready, the person can give an answer or something of that nature, or any suggestion. Setting a scene or rethinking financial protection. And let me say this, in this country, protection is used in place of what? Insurance. Protection is used in place of insurance. Sometimes you talk about protection and people think you are talking about security. And yes, of course, financial protection is financial security. So talking about protection, we are actually talking about insurance. Now, the question is, what can stop you from working or enjoying your present standard of living? Can something stop you from working or enjoying your present standard of living? Okay, I think this is some food for thought for all of us to think of. Can a friend or a family member have all the time to care for you in times of illness or accident without asking for anything in return? Can we have such a thing in this country, that somebody will come look after you in times of difficulty, in times that you are down, in times that you are sick, or you have an accident that you can't move on with your life? Can we have somebody to stay with you for a longer time without asking for anything in return? I think the answer is mostly no. Will your landlord allow you no rent because life has an impact on you? No. Your landlord will actually take his money. How about your utility bills? Will it be written off? I think you all bear with me that the answer is no. No matter how life has had an impact on you, I don't think your landlord will write off your rent. How about your direct debits? Can you name any two persons who can support you financially, even with a promise to repay them? But I don't think such thing exists. Can you imagine how your partner or your loved ones or your wife or your family could survive if you were not there tomorrow? And can you make a list of what they will have to manage? And my last question is, will it be proper to leave an inheritance, an estate, or a mortgage, or a debt? I think we all have our answers. And your answers to these questions makes a true copy of your circumstances or your financial situation. Now the question is, which of the following will you be interested, or which of the following will be your first priority to protect or ensure, and why? You have a car, you have a house, your family, your phone, yourself, your work, and your workers. At least select two of them which you would like to ensure first, and why. I think most of us will say myself and my family. But if we take statistics, that may not be the reality. People have insured their cars, their phones, and their houses by themselves and their family. It's the question mark, because for your car, you know that it's required by law to do so. For your house, if you want to buy a mortgage, you have to first of all do life insurance before you can purchase a house. If you don't have life insurance, you cannot. So the system requires that certain things you have to have insurance for them before you can have them. But the law does not make any provision for you to insure yourself or your family. Your workers, you are required by law. If you have any employee, you are required by law to have a corporate insurance for them. And your work, you are also required by law to do so. By yourself and your family, many people don't see the reason why they will have to insure themselves and their family. The question is, if you have been able to insure an inanimate thing like a car, why not yourself or your family? Who needs protection? That's my next question. Who needs protection? It's everybody in the family, or every member of the family needs protection. For example, you are a construction worker, you are a driver, security officer, aviation workers, health workers, crane operators, people working at heights, the police officer, housekeepers, cleaners, heavy machine operators, factory workers, retail workers, fire workers, roofers, who are always working at a height. teachers, etc. All these people, everybody, no matter the work you are doing, you know that at one time you get old. At a time, there'll be financial stress. So everybody in the family needs protection, especially when we talk about life insurance. Children from year 1 up to 18 or 25 years, if you are a child within that limit or within that range, once your parents have life insurance, it covers you up to 25 years. After 25 years, the insurance that your father has or your mother have does not cover you. After 25, 18 to 25, you are your own, depending on the age that your parents chose when they were taking the life insurance. With that, you are covered. Then after 25, you are on your own. So your parent insurance does not cover you. So we have to impress it on our children when they are getting older. Let them know the reality, because for the country that we are living in, the whites, for example, before you reach 25, your parents will make sure that you have taken your life insurance. Yeah. From where we Ghanaians are coming from, insurance is a different thing altogether. So when you are talking about it, people don't take it very serious unless they are old. At old age, when you are very weak to work, it is there that you understand the realities of what protection or insurance that we are talking about. And having said that, I would like to continue and say that there are some life events that can impact on your finances. Some life events that can impact on our finances. And you can give examples like buying your first home, paying your debt, getting married, entering into a partnership, starting a family, becoming a stay-at-home parent, having more children, moving to a bigger property, salary increase, traveling abroad, having an accident, long-term illness or critical illness, or loss of job, or when you become redundant. All these events can take a toll or can have an impact on your finances, which means that we have to plan our finances very, very well in order to be able to stand when the storm is blowing very hard. And now, having said that, the topic that we are dealing with is why the need for family financial protection. I've already said that we have financial stress. There's financial uncertainty. And if we want to reduce financial uncertainty, then we have to work at it. Working at it means we are trying to minimize the uncertainty. When we minimize uncertainty, then we come to realize we face the reality of life. And that is where we start planning. So Nana, I've come to a section that we are talking about the benefits of family financial protection. And the reason, the answer to our topic is When your family is financially protected, what are the benefits? It minimizes financial stress for your family and loved ones. It provides peace of mind and reduce financial uncertainty, because you know that if something happens to you, something unusual happens on the way that you are not aware, that you have not prepared for, that will not come and knock your budget off, but then you have peace of mind that you are protected. It makes sure that your debts are covered when you take protection insurance. It helps you achieve your long-term goals, providing financial security, helping to protect what is important to you, lifting you up onto your feet. When there's a financial fall, protection will lift you up onto your feet. You all can bear with me that when there was bereavement in our part of the world, coming from Ghana, you know that everybody who depart to eternity will leave a cost for the family to share. And sometimes not always the family, but those in abroad, you take the bigger chunk. That is the part of our story. But then when you come to this country, everybody who departs to eternity, he has an insurance, life insurance there to cater for the family. And he has funeral protection that caters for his funeral. He has critical illness that protects him when he is sick. Accident protection that protects him. We have mortgage that protects. There's a life insurance that will protect your mortgage when along the term of your policy you die. You take life insurance so that along the line you don't finish paying for your mortgage, then you are called to eternity or you die. Then the insurance company will come in and pay for your mortgage. Whatever is left, the insurance company will pay it for you. It gives you a safe, secure, and happy retirement. How will you feel when your insurance pays out and your family is protected? The little that you have in your pension, I mean, it helps you, it keeps you safe and happy so that you can lead the rest of your life. Most people, when they come on pension, the stress is so much that they die too early because they have nothing in place, they have no protection plan in place that will protect them. So, and you lead a happy family life because you know that you have a protection, you have insurance that will cater for you in times of what? Difficulties. So these are some of the realities that we are talking about, Nana. Now, what will happen if your family has no protection? If your family have no protection, you always agree with me that the first on the line is financial vulnerability. Vulnerability means that you cannot help yourself. Somebody will have to help you. And like the question I asked before, will your family member have all the time to be with you for a long time without asking for anything in return? The answer, most of the answers that we gave were no and no and no. When you become financially vulnerable, that is where you understand the reality of your finances. there will be a property loss. You haven't finished paying your mortgage. Your business is in trouble. When you become financially vulnerable, things are not going well. Your properties will be sold to defray the cost. And it is not a good thing to visit. You become a liability burden. Yeah, sometimes I've been on the street where, for example, an old man or an old lady will meet you, give you very nice advice that, hey, we didn't know how to lead our life, and look at me now. So I'm advising you to take control of your life, live your life well. Right now, as I'm talking, I don't think I can go back to my country. And they will give you advice. And after that, they'll ask for some few pounds to buy water or drink. And it doesn't look good. And we don't want these things to happen to us. So we have to always have plans in place to protect us in times of trouble. Your business will be at risk. There's lack of retirement safety nets, limited investment protection. Like I said, if you are financially vulnerable, it affects every aspect of your life. It affects your businesses, it affects your investment. You cannot sustain your investment. There's no peace of mind at all. And it becomes a burden to your family. And at that time, that is where your friends, when they see you coming, they will not like to meet you. And at the end, there's missed opportunities. So Nana, these are some of the things that we want to bring to our people in the Ghanaian community. So we start thinking about how best we can help our families. These are the protection plans. We have life insurance, family income benefit. Family income benefit is the same as life insurance, but here there's a monthly income that is given to the family. The reason is that some family members don't agree, or some children, they don't agree. So you give them a lump sum. It will become a problem. So at the time of writing the policy, the client or the insured will tell the insurer that you want it, instead of lump sum, to make it monthly income. So we call it family income benefit, but it's also a type of life insurance. Then we have income protection, critical illness. Income protection is such that when you are sick and you can't go to work, the insurance company will come in and pay your income for you. The income that you receive every month, the insurance company will pay that income for you, so that you don't stress yourself. Because the reason why is that most at times you find people, even when they are sick, they still go to work, so they break down. So if you have income protection when you are sick and within the time frame that you cannot go to work, the insurance company will come in and then help you with your income, so that you don't become vulnerable to your. So in that case, you can also meet your budget. So you can look at the benefits. The benefits are all projected on the screen. So the income, the protection type, payout, and then the benefits are all there. Then we have whole of life for over 50s. When you are 50 years and more, this insurance is put in place for you to protect you, to help you prepare for your funeral expenses. So after 50, we call it whole of life or funeral protection. Then we also have private medical insurance. Normally, most of the insurance houses after COVID, they have added some healthcare to it. For example, MetLife, they have GP24. So when you take MetLife insurance, they'll give you a doctor that you can call 24/7 whenever you are sick. Your family members are covered. So when you are sick, you call a doctor instead of waiting for NHS, waiting list. If you have your name on NHS waiting list, then if you have private medical insurance, they'll come in and then help you, and they give faster and better treatment even than the NHS itself. Then we also have accident protection. If you are sick, if you have accident, you can work. Maybe you have a broken bone, you have a tendon rupture, or you have bruises on your body that cannot allow you to. And of course, talking about accident, it's not always car accident. You can be running on your staircase and you fall. You can be in your home and have an accident. All these, the insurance company will come in and help so that you do not become financially stressed up. Nana, are you there?
I'm here, and there will be others listening as well. So please, go ahead.
Okay. The meeting is so quiet, so that's why I'm asking that question.
Okay. We don't allow interruption, because when people are going to talk, they are going to interfere. People's background will be making noise, so we mute everybody. So you go ahead and finish your presentation.
Okay.
Then we will come back.
Okay, right. I thought it would be interactive anyway. Then thank you, Nana. Then people think, insurance is so costly, so they don't come near it at all. But I can testify that with £10, £12, £15, you can have an insurance policy. Insurance policy that if you are paying £30 to 40, 50, then you are on the high side. Yeah, you're on the high side, because most of the policies that we do for people, it is the client or the insured who chooses the amount that he can pay, what that we call the premium. So the determinant of the cost of protection, how the cost is calculated, is what I want to make available to you. How much you pay per month is known as the premium. And this depends on several factors, or your personal circumstances, or how much cover you choose. There are a number of factors that affect your monthly premium. The premium that you have chosen. For the premium, nobody will choose this for you. For example, health insurance, or what the protection that you are talking about, you will choose the amount that you want to be covered with. If it is 50,000 that you want to be covered with, then they will calculate a premium for you. If it's 100,000, 150, 200, any amount that you choose, then the insurance company will calculate a premium for you. And the question is, what goes into the cost? The cost depends on the amount of cover that you choose. The type of cover, whether it is level means you are paying the same amount throughout. If at the time of the you being insured, you choose your premium is £10, you pay £10 when you are 70 years or when you retire. If you choose increasing cover every year or every 2 years, it will be reviewed, and then there's a little amount put on your premium that you have to pay. Then we also have this decreasing term. Decreasing term is always for life insurance that is used to pay for mortgages. Bear with me that a mortgage, you take a loan to buy it. And when the more you pay, the more the amount reduces. So that is why that one is called decreasing term. Or whether the policy you choose is single or joint. And as an advisor, I will advise my client that make sure if you and your partner are taking insurance, you take it singly. Because if you take a joint, it pay up once and it doesn't pay again. But then if you take it singly, everybody takes a separate policy, then the policy will pay up twice. The father will get a payout and the mother will also have a payout. The term of the insurance policy is the time that the policy runs. From the time you take the insurance, if it is life insurance, for example, from the time you take it up to your retirement age. Your age is also very important. And in fact, your age is a determining factor. So the greatest determining factor, because Nana, when you are young, your premium on life insurance or whatever policy that you take is very low. But getting older, from 40, 50 years going, your premium is high, because at that time, sickness and whatever sets in. So you are charged a higher premium. Your health condition will also determine the price or your premium. Because when you have certain sicknesses, you pay more. If you are a healthy individual, you pay less. It also depends on your family medical history. So when you take insurance, they ask you some medical questions. You have to answer. Those medical questions, they will use that to calculate your premium for you. But then care should be taken here that when you are giving out your medical history or your medical condition, make sure you say the truth and only the truth. Because if you don't say the truth, the insurance company will tell you that we will not ask or we will not call your GP to ask for your medical report when you are taking the insurance. But then at the time that you are making a claim, they will call you and ask for your permission to ask for your medical report from your GP. If you refuse that permission, then the insurance company will also refuse your claim, because they want to find out the reason for your death. And there's something that you didn't declare, they will use that against you. So it is very important when you're taking any policy, you let your insurers know your conditions very well, because they will depend on that. When you are coming to make a claim, they will not ask you any question. The question they will ask will come from you giving them permission to contact your GP to find out whether the information you gave them is right or wrong. And any small wrong thing that that they find with your health condition, they will stand on it and then decline your claims. Your lifestyle is also important. Whether you are a smoker, you drink alcohol, you use cannabis or recreational drugs, all these things are there to find out whether you live long or you not live long. And people who use cannabis, they smoke and drink alcohol, the insurance company knows that, or their doctors know that their life expectancy is very low. And like I said, Nana, age is the most important determinant or denominator of life insurance policies, because the older you are, the more your premium, or the higher your premium, and the younger you are, the lower your premium will be. And then there's also one thing they will ask. They'll ask you for your height and then your mass. They'll use it to measure your body mass index, how obese you are, whether you are obese or you are not obese. So all these things, they come in together to determine the cost of your protection. So Nana, we've reached getting to the end of my presentation. I would like us to reflect on the following. The presentation is just a reminder of issues that we already face every day. It's not a new thing. Whatever I've spoken about is not a new thing. It's just something that we are all sharing to remind ourselves of what is ahead of us, so that we take precaution before we get there. We get reminders on our phones. Insurers call us, we don't even pick. We seldom take time to read what's the details of reminders that are sent onto our phones. But whatever be the case, it's a reality. It's a reality. It's only when you have made a claim and then you have seen the importance of the investment that you have made. That is where you testify to somebody that really, the insurance that I took has helped me. Also, when you go to the good book, the Bible, God reminds us by his words in Proverbs 13:22, that a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. A good man leaving an inheritance for his children. Children's children, meaning he has already given inheritance to the children before giving insurance to the great-grandchildren. So that is it. This is just a reminder. When you go to 2 Corinthians 12, verse 4, and I'm a Christian, that's why I'm quoting the Bible. So those, if your faith does not match mine, please allow me to quote the Bible. And after all, the Bible says it is not children who are going to leave what inheritance for their parents, but parents rather giving inheritance to their children. So it means that they caution us to be careful about the life that we are leading. Sometimes we buy things that we don't need. Talking about this advert about TapTapSend, there was a wig advert that I had to take some small amount of the money to buy a wig. There are certain things, whatever be the cost for the wig, they will buy it. But what I'm saying is that there are certain things. Sometimes people say insurance is what they call it. It's expensive, but then £20 policy, £10 policy will not kill you. £10 policy or £20. When you go to the, what do you call it? Pizza point, you can spend more than that. You can spend more than that. Insurance will take your what do you call it? Let me say only 1 day's food, the food that you eat, the cost of 1 day's food. That is what insurance will take from you. It can never be more than what you can pay. We find ourselves here, Nana, and we all live one by one. I'm not talking about London or United Kingdom or wherever you are in the world. I'm talking about we find ourselves in this life and we will live one by one. The question is, what plan do we have to protect ourselves whilst we are living and our loved ones when we depart? It is when we depart that the problems lie ahead of those we have left behind. When we are alive, we can help them to solve the problem. But then what about when you are not there? Therefore, Nana, it is important to have a more comprehensive financial plan in place, so our dependents will be able to pay off the mortgage or any essential bills, manage debt, or generally cope financially without you. So that is a reflection. We all have to think about these things. In conclusion, I have something to share with those who already have life insurance. So I know majority or some of us have life insurance already, or we have some kind of protection in place. But what I've noticed is that somebody might have taken insurance for more than 10 years, 20 years. He has never visited or reviewed to find out what is on the policy. Some people don't know where their policy documents are. It's a reality. Some people don't even find out, some people don't even know how much they are protected for. And one thing is that as time goes on, Nana, the insurance policy I've taken already, if you don't visit it for certain things to be put in place, at the time of taking your insurance or at the time of claim, the money might have reduced because of inflation. So £100,000 this year, 10 years time, the amount that money can buy is very minimal. It's very small. So at a point in time, you have to go to your insurance company, especially those who bought their insurance with banks and didn't seek for the advice of advisors. Please, buying insurance with banks, it's not that I'm an advisor that I'm saying this, but if you buy insurance with banks, the bankers, they are not advisors. So there are certain things they will not tell you. So what I would like those of us with policies already is regularly review your policy, making sure there's no shortfall. Ask your current provider the following questions. How much am I covered for? You have to know. If you have your policy, even if you have the policy document, ask them because they can make mistake. Even if you have the policy document, ask your provider how much you are covered with. Ask them if your policy is level or increasing. Ask them. Ask when your policy will expire. And then do ask them, do I have a waiver of premium? Waiver of premium, these are advice I'm giving you for free. Waiver of premium is what do you call it? It's a benefit that at the time of taking that policy, you add a small amount like £2 or £1 to what you pay as the premium, so that when you are sick and you cannot work, the insurance company will not take your premium. That they will waive your premium, then they pay it for you because you are already paying it in bits and bits. We call that waiver of premium. Then we have another benefit we call retail price indexation. For those of us, we have already taken our policies long time ago. We don't have indexation. And indexation is an aspect of inflation such that inflation will not hit your claim. Normally, when it's time for you to claim, that is when all these things will come in. They will deduct inflation. They will talk about inheritance. Inheritance tax will also come in. And then you say that the money that you have, you are covered with will reduce when you are making a claim. Then there's also another benefit we call total permanent disability. And of course, for what I'm saying, it's not all the three that you can get them on a particular policy. At least you get one or two. You can't get all the three. You can get one or two of these benefits from your policy. It's for free, but when you have done your insurance or taking your policy with the banks, because the banks are not advisors, they will not advise you to take a waiver of premium or indexation. So Nana, coming into conclusion, I'd like to project my contacts. I like to protect my contact, and I'll like as many of you to call, and then if you have anything to discuss, if there's something that you want me to discuss with you offline, you can call me, then we'll talk about it. If there's anything that I cannot help, I have a team behind me who can help with everything. We have lawyers, we have doctors, we have accountants, we have everything you need when it comes to financial planning. We have all the team workers ready to help. Even something with law, we have lawyers. If you have anything to do with law, there's something that is bothering your mind, when you give me a call, I'll call and I'll direct you to a lawyer who will speak with you and help you out. So in a nutshell, Nana, I'd like to say thank you to Protocol, especially to you, Nana. Let me mention your royal name. His Royal Highness, Nana Kwesi, and the executives of the various associations and groups who sponsor this platform. And let me also extend my greetings to the Ghana High Commission, Honorable Papa Osankuma, and then the executives of the various businesses, the chairman and chairpersons of the various associations, Tap Tap Send, Access Media, Ghana Nurses Association UK, Western Regional Nurses Association UK, Nightingale Nurses Association UK, Business Link UK. I think there's another, we have Chango and the IT Consortium. I say a big thank you to you all for allowing me to be on this platform. Thank you, and God bless all of you.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Mr. Edward Ampiel, for such a laudable presentation. As I said earlier, because of interference from people's background on Zoom, we tend to mute everybody throughout your program, throughout the presentation. This is not the first. So what we do is after now that you are done, we're going to take a few minute break. We will come back and then we will allow our audience to ask you direct questions about anything we said that they want to talk to you about. I will have a set of questions myself. I've taken a few notes as you went through your presentation. And when we come back, we'll have, this is where it becomes more interactive because we'll have to give you time to finish and then we'll give the audience time to engage with you. If we allow them to keep interfering in the middle of your presentation, it becomes a bit chaotic. Our experiences hasn't made it so. So we'll be back. So audience, as we go away for a few minutes, grab yourself a cup of water or anything, and then of course, put your hand up using the Zoom icon, and we will call you when we return. We shall be back in a few minutes. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Tap said. Oh, I was my baby, you're from Calabos. The only boss. Wait, one is baby, I will be everywhere I day and everywhere they go. Tap send got me covered. If you need to send money or transfer money from Europe, from Canada, from USA, from UK, any part in Europe, you can send it through Tap Send. And guess what? Oceania, they will receive it right here in Ghana and many countries across Africa. So what are you waiting for? Download Tap Send now on Google Play Store or App Store. When you download, it's so easy to use. Tell your families, tell your loved ones to download Tap Send. Okay? But also, when I receive my money, the other time I would channel, like my view, no, hey, you crazy.
Download Tap Send now on Google Play and App Store. Tap Send. It's secure, convenient, easy, and fast.
Welcome back, audience, for this evening's engagement with Mr. Edward Ampiel from Kellon Financial Services. I'm just seeing some signs that my mic is not giving you the best shot. Let me just. Okay. I hope it's okay. Tonight we'll be going through how you can protect your family, the things you can do so that in an event of anything, as life presents itself, challenges exist, situations come our way, our health fail, work fail us. Sometimes people are laid off unexpectedly. We've all gone through difficult time in the past 2 years where some people were furloughed. They didn't have substantial income coming from work. So these policies are there to help you overcome some of these challenges. And so tonight we'll be going through these issues, and my hope is that as many audience who have issues or questions, anything that borders on what has been said, or anything you think you want to ask that hasn't even been mentioned yet, I believe is the time for us to do so. If I can have Mr. Ampiel back to the screen with me, please. I can go through a few sets of questions that I received earlier before the function started. You did raise a topic about group insurance. As Ghana Union, we have groups, organizations who have members. And I'm keen to understand, what does group insurance mean? You didn't quite highlight what that meant. Can you only say a group insurance? So if we have a group, an organization, like say for instance, Ghana Nurses, a group of 400 members and over, can they take a group insurance with you? And what are the restrictions, if that at all ever exists?
Now for group insurance, what I know is that it's normally for organization and employees. For example, sometimes when you are at work and you get sick, when you are at work and you get sick, or you have an accident, you cannot work, there is a, what do you call it, money that is paid to you, what do you call sick leave.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So the sick leave, your company will pay you, even though you are not coming to work, but your company will continue to pay you.
Right. So that is a type of,
which means that they have already done an insurance for you.
Right.
When they enroll you on their payroll, they have an insurance in place for you.
Okay.
But sometimes they will not tell you.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it's an obligation for the insurer. For your employer to do that.
Okay, I get that bit. So I was looking at those in the non-profitable sectors, charity organizations, small not-for-profit organizations, individuals coming together to form a group where people will be bereaved and they will be giving them bereavement support and all that. They cannot fall in that kind of insurance policy you're talking about, because they are
corporate insurance. Normally, what I know, Nana, is that when people come together and contribute, to insure themselves. That one, they are not doing it. They are not taking insurance like individuals, but then they are taking the insurance to cover all of them, so that should something happen to any of them, the premium that they are contributing, the insurance company will use part of it to help the person. That is how it works.
Okay.
So for example, if Ghana Union have an insurance in place, a group insurance in place, then it's not an individual thing, but they all have their names of the insurer. And what happens is that should anything happens to any Ghana Union member, then because it's a larger community, or it's a larger group of clients, it will be very easy for the insurance company to help those who are bereaved, or those who are in trouble, or those who need protection.
So interestingly, you come back to what I initially was asking. So let's say Ghana Nurses or any of the groups that we have want to cover their members. Do you necessarily need, does your policies necessarily have to require each individual member of that group to disclose their health conditions and everything else, where you can do that? Or secondly, what age category would you consider? Because I have a lot of groups who have been inquiring about insuring their group. Because as you know, most of our community members find themselves either bereaved, either in circumstances. So they want policies that will cover them in those circumstances. Do you have an age category that you select? Because you could end up saying, if you're over 65, you cannot be part of the policy. If you're over 80, you cannot be part of the policy. And we have a lot of groups who have quite elderly community members. So I want to understand, do you have any policy like that?
Nana, for myself, I'm not privy to what they call it.
I did notice your boss is online. It's with us. Is he happy to join you? Because I think it would be helpful for him to also be part of the discussion.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that group insurance is there,
Yes.
but the age matter. Sometimes when you are too old, the insurance company will not like to take you on board.
Right.
From 50 years going, you'll be accepted. But there are some what do you call it, policies beyond 65, you will not be accepted.
Right.
But I cannot be very specific. What I have to do is when anybody is interested, the person can call me online. I'll quickly look for information and give that answer to him.
Thank you. You did also say that you are UK based. Do you only cover people in UK, residents in UK, United Kingdom, or does your policies go beyond the borders of UK?
When you fill a form, which you call fact find, we are looking for your circumstances. They will ask you whether you are a UK resident or not. Yeah, most of the advice we give is restricted to the UK.
Right.
But there are certain insurance that when you take that one, for example, accident protection, there are some of the insurance houses, it covers you worldwide. And they have selected countries.
Right.
They have, for example, European countries for that one, but African countries, there are some restrictions. Yeah, that's what I know.
Right. Okay. I want to ask you about income protection. What are some of the known illnesses that you think are usually not covered under income protection policy? Because as you know, and as all of us know, insurance people don't tell you the small print until it's time to claim. Then they will tell you, oh, you didn't say this, you didn't say that. But obviously, life changes and times changes.
Yeah.
And insurance, once you take a policy, they never will call you to say, has anything changed in your circumstance? They will just wait until you come and diagnose with some illness. Then they will tell you that is not covered by us. So when you talk of income protection, because it's something that can happen at any time, what are some of the main illnesses that you, in your experience, dealing with some of your companies, have come out to be one of the things that they don't normally cover?
Income protection is you have chosen that protection. Is that it doesn't come with what kind of sickness?
Right.
Then now you're getting me. It doesn't come with what kind of sick. It's something. It's like you are buying this particular policy, so that when I'm sick and I'm down, I cannot go to work. So there's no, what do you call it, medical underwriting.
Right.
And or let me say that medical underwriting is minimal.
Okay.
Are you getting the point? It's minimal. It's not so detailed like what do you call life insurance or critical illness. So this one, it comes with when you are sick. And when you are sick does not mean you opening your mouth verbally to tell your a doctor's report have to be provided to actually show us an evidence that this person cannot work. That is where income protection work comes in. The words of mouth cannot work. You need a doctor's advice or a report for your income protection claim to work.
This is where I came in by saying, you may have taken a policy. The initial policy was to cover you when you are sick. And then the insurance will tell you at the time of claim that your sickness was made possible as a result of new lifestyle that you did not disclose at the time, or you didn't have it at the time. So, for instance, somebody takes an insurance policy. He doesn't smoke.
Someone, let me allow my, what do you call it? Mr. Farouk is also from Mohammed Yasser. He's also from Keelung.
Okay, can we have if he's on, can we feature him as part of the panel, please?
You said?
I am saying that if we can have Farouk to join you as part of the panel so that he can help with the Q&A.
Yeah. That's what I mean. I wanted him to come in and then join me to answer this question.
I think he's not here.
Yes, hello, hi, I'm here.
Hi. Are you able to be on camera, please?
Yes, I'm on the camera already, and I hope you would be able to see me.
Mr. Farouk for me, please. Thank you, sir. So I'll ask you questions here because that is some of the questions that has come up quite clear. Regarding policies such as income protection, I take a policy at the beginning, I don't smoke, I don't drink. Down the line, 5 years down the line, circumstances of life, I start smoking, I start drinking. That's an example, right? I didn't tell my policy people because they've never questioned me since I took my policy. What happened if some illness was to happen to me and they tell them and say, we haven't told us, you didn't tell us at the time you took that you were smoking. Even though that took place in the course of time, what happens?
Thank you so much, firstly, for allowing me to speak, and thank you for allowing to come and speak to all of you and present everything as well. Coming to your question is a very, very good and important question. When the insurance company is normally concerned at the time of taking out the policy, we do not check your smoking status at the time of when you are making claim. Okay, at the time of making claim, we check what is your that time health condition and why we are checking, why we are making a claim. So if somebody, for example, have taken out a policy in 2023 and he's a non-smoker and he is not drinking alcohol, for example, and down the line after 5 years, if he starts smoking, it does not make any difference to his policy or to his claim. Insurance company decide the premiums on the current situation, what your health situation is currently and where you are working right now. When we talk about, especially about income protection, again, that is why the professional advice is needed. Some insurance companies, they do not even have any issue if you change your profession. For example, somebody working as in healthcare system, down the line, he start working after 5 years and they have covered you in this profession. But after 5 or 10 years, he changed his profession and become plumber. Okay. As an insurance advisor, I know which company will be more suitable for him, for that kind of person. And there are some insurance companies to whom you have to provide this kind of information that have changed my profession. But changing about smoking status, about alcohol, or if your health have changed, you don't have to inform about the insurance company. But in terms of occupation, to some insurance company, you may have to inform them, but not to all the insurance company. For example, Liverpool Victoria does not require you that you have to inform them of your change of occupation.
Right. Okay. So because you see, you said that sometimes they will go to your doctor and ask your doctor the cause of death, right, or cause of the sickness. It could well be that the doctor will say he had cancer because of smoke or whatever. Now, this was not needed at the time he took the policy, obviously. And I'm keen to find out what happened so that people are mindful of what they need to do when their circumstances change with their policies. Because I'm trying to prevent the fact that it's not just taking the policy, but you have a duty to check with them to let them know what your circumstances is, and then decide whether you are insurable or not. Because otherwise, you'll be paying 25 years of insurance, and then just 1 year of you going into some circumstance and doing something not right, you've lost everything. You've not gained anything. And it's happened to so many people that you rely so much. I have life insurance, I have all this, I have all that. And then when it comes to when you need it most, that is where they actually stress you so much. That is the issue with insurance.
I understand. I completely understand how you are feeling, and this is not something I heard first time. Let me tell you, this is exactly why we are here. That's exactly why we need a professional advice when we are making such lifelong decision to protect ourselves and for your family. Insurance company, when you are taking, when I sit with my clients, we complete a medical questionnaire with them, and we request our clients to reply all those questions by best of their knowledge. Okay. And if something happened of that one, for example, I give you an example. Somebody have taken a policy now, and after 3 months, God forbid, if he got diagnosed with cancer and he want to make a claim. Now, insurance company should always, they may consider that, oh, cancer does not happen in 3 months. Maybe it was already in your body, was not diagnosed, but it was already present in your body. Okay, so we should not make claim. Also, we should not pay claim. But this is not how it works. If you have taken a policy and if you was not diagnosed, you are covered. Okay, that thing could be inside you. It is not diagnosed. The only things which matters is what is best of your knowledge. When we are taking out a policy, if you have sat with a professional advisor who have helped you to complete the all the application and medical questions, and you have provided all the information, then we tell to our client that you need to be confident and have a peace of mind that you are fully covered. And when you will make claim, your claim will be paid out.
Okay.
Yeah. And to your previous question, when you was asking about group insurance, let me tell you, group insurance is something for normally for organizations, as Edward have explained. The most common insurance is like life insurance. This is actually an employee benefits for their employees. Okay, so somebody working in an organization, he get a death in service benefit from his employer. Or if he get a benefit of that, he can go to a private hospital for the treatment. These are the employer benefits that a company organization can buy for his employees. The benefit of that one is that you can show these policies. This will be paid by the employer, and it will show in the employer expenses. Okay, when company is running and company's own profits are calculated, so it is going through that one, and the employee get it as a employee benefit, and he does not have to pay separately for his insurances. Okay, so this is through the organizations, and obviously there need to be, when we are doing a contract and we are covering that person, so there will be some documentation required that from when he is working and what is his role in that company, what is his working status. Okay, but if he quit the job and if he change the job, obviously he will not be covered anymore under that, or under that policy, and he have to take his own personal cover then.
Well, so you don't deal with those who are in a group that are not employers, because our community has groups like the Asian community, an African community, or the Romanian community.
Yeah.
They are various groups. They are not necessarily employed. They are social groups who come together, enjoy themselves from time to time, and basically they want to be covered because bereavement will come, circumstances will come. That is not the kind of insurance you would do.
No, a group insurance is not for the kind of groups we are talking about. The examples you have given, group insurance is not for such groups. Group organization is for an organization that will be paid by the organization as a benefit to its employees.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. So my another question is, why is it not important to ask certain questions from the insured person at the beginning, right? But then it becomes so important to find out what happened or what. I don't know if I'm trying to make it in a way.
I got your question. I got your question.
It's not important. We will not check your medical record, everything is fine. And then the moment you die, we want to know from your doctor who killed you. Why is it that disparity?
Okay. The answer to this is we have to see, as an insurance company, this is not right that we do not ask the questions. When if for example, I come to see you, and if I'm looking after yourself and I arrange a policy for yourself, I will complete a complete fact find with you. In that, I will be talking about your lifestyle. I will be talking about your financial situations. I will be talking about your health. I will talk about your lifestyle. I will talk about your family health history. Okay. We put all that information, as I said earlier. that at the time of application, when you sit with a professional advisor, he will complete all these sections and will provide all that information. If any point we see that there is something we needed further investigation, we will contact your GP now before putting policy in place. But you tell me, but in some cases, when the client is completely healthy, okay, he does not have any record, he's only 30 years old. In that cases, we do not go for investigation at this point, and the claims are paid out. The important thing what we need to understand is what stats are in the UK. In UK, 96% plus policies, 96% plus policies for life insurance are paid. Income protection claims are 93% on the stats. Critical illness claims are on 92%. So these all the stats, and anybody can Google these ones. Okay, these stats are available everywhere. What these stats show, the policies are paid. Policies will be paid. The only time when it is not paid out, when there is somebody deliberately try to hide something or lie to insurance company just to take out the policy. Okay, in stats, what it says that policies, when the client have got the policies, client will get paid out. And as I said, that will complete the whole question, medical questions with the client. And if we think, or like insurance company think that we need some further information, we will contact your GP now before putting the policies.
Right. I think that is quite important because, right, so I have other questions here.
I really would appreciate you have asked some very, very important questions. So that shows that you are very thoughtfully listening the whole presentation. Thank you so much for your questions.
So yes, thank you. Investment. So for instance, somebody, they have a house, they paid off their house, and they still have the life insurance, and they are now gone. What happens to their life insurance? Do you tell them and say because they don't own mortgage, it's not payable, or what happens? Maybe they did it purposely to secure their mortgage for their family in the event of demise. Now, that didn't happen. They've lived there for 40 years, they've paid it already. They still continue the insurance and pay it until they die. What happens then?
Again, it's a very important question. Now, there is a misconception in the common people that when somebody have got a mortgage life insurance, it will paid out directly to the bank, or the money will be only for the use of mortgage. This is not true. Okay, we are, I think, talking about somewhere people have made an early payment and paid off. For example, their mortgage was for 25 years, but they got some other savings, or they have arranged the money and paid off their mortgage earlier, maybe in 15 years, but their insurance is for next 50, still got 10 years left. If God forbid that person die, his life insurance will still pay out. Even God forbid mortgage is not paid off, there is a mortgage, still if somebody is dying, the family will get money, and then they decide they want to spend that money to pay off the mortgage, or they want to spend money on something else. Why we call it mortgage life insurance? Because that is normally a decreasing policy, and it is calculated as the loan is decreasing, your policy cover amount will be decreasing. That is why it is called a mortgage life insurance. But otherwise, it's a normal life insurance. Benefit is always there for the family, and they take actions according to their preferences, how they want to spend the money. Again, there is one very, very important benefit that we put all the policies in the trust. Okay, trust document is something very, very important, that if you go to trust, it helps to avoid inheritance for the claim money. Okay. Obviously, in trust give you an opportunity to decide your beneficiaries. In case of claim, who is going to get money? You select your beneficiaries. The claim payout is quicker, and the most important is it helps in inheritance planning. So the claim will not be subject to inheritance. Okay. There was another question from you, Nana. It's just coming in my mind. You asked that what people who are living in UK, they are covered, but what who are living abroad? Okay. Now, the most insurance companies, they require the person need to be a UK resident at the time of taking out the policy. But down the line, if things have changed and somebody have moved abroad, but if his policy is continuing in UK, he will be covered. But if somebody living abroad and he's not a UK resident, he is not eligible for the policy. It's in the eligibility criteria. To be eligible, somebody need to be living at least 6 months in UK before taking out the policy in that calendar year, okay, to be a UK resident. So once you are a UK resident, you are eligible to take out a policy. And at the downline, if somebody have to move abroad and have to live for some particular time, he will be covered.
Okay, there's an aspect of death or funeral insurance, if I'm right, that was mentioned.
Mhm.
How long does one have to be insured before they can die and be benefiting from it?
Obviously, funeral normally we recommend to the people who are above age 50, as Edward have mentioned earlier. Before that, obviously, there are short-term needs. People can have their children. They may be paying for their mortgage. They need to be more worried about their illnesses. So we can cover for accident. There are a number of different kind of insurances before age of 50. But once you pass your 50, you may be have moved into your next part of your life, next stage of your life, where your mortgages may be about to be paid or is already paid. Your children are grown. So
I'm only referring to funeral where an amount is set
yes,
for it to be released immediately upon your death.
yes.
For funeral planning, whatever the children want to do, what they want to do, that is the bit I'm referring to. How long must one be insured before that payment happens without questions?
Exactly.
Except obviously the death certificate being provided.
Exactly. Normally, the aim of the funeral policy, the whole of life policy, is to pay out within a certain time. Normally, it is 3 to 7 working days. Okay. And we put a policy of up to maximum £15,000. If the cover amount is bigger than £15,000, we can arrange that policy as well to our investment advisors. We can arrange that policy, but obviously the claim payout period, it will not be dealt as urgent basis. But once the cover amount is less than £50,000 or up to £15,000, that is dealt on urgent basis and for the funeral.
Right. So you still have not answered my question. How long do you have to be insured before you qualify to claim for claim?
Okay.
Because I know some policies will say you must have been insured for a minimum of 6 months before that claim can be paid, or 6 months, or 1 year.
You can be insured today and you can make claim tomorrow. God forbid if something happen unforeseen. Okay. There is no waiting period. Somebody, when they got the policy, if they are accepted, once the policy is enforced, okay, and the person, God forbid, anything happen after that, they will be covered straight away.
Right.
Without any waiting period.
Okay, so somebody sent a message asking that if you can kindly go over. There's a message that I need to go and have a look.
I think somebody have asked insurance payments in trust advantages, please. As I mentioned earlier as well, that once the policy is in the trust, the payout will be quicker. You already have selected your beneficiaries, so you need to be sure that who is getting the benefit out of your policy, and mainly it helps with the inheritance planning. Okay, according to that is a completely different topic, but just for a taste, I can briefly explain to you. Anybody who got assets more than £350,000 at the time of death, if he got a house, then obviously there is an extra £175,000 leverage as well. But if somebody have more than that asset, anything above that, we have to pay inheritance tax. Okay, and most of the time life insurance contribute to that one. For example, I may have a house of £400,000, because if I'm living in London, the houses are expensive. £500,000 house is very normal. Then I've got some maybe investments, I have got some savings, and all of a sudden when I die, a £300,000 life insurance come in as well. So my total assets becomes maybe somewhere around £900,000 or £1 million. Now, £350,000 plus 175, so 525 will be tax free, but anything above that, my family have to pay 40% tax. So once the policy in the trust, that will not be added into your assets. Okay, so your family will be only worried about your house and other things, but they have to pay the inheritance. But this claim payout money that is coming from your life insurance will not make your estate and will not be liable to inheritance taxes. And that is why it is very, very important to put your policies in trust.
All right. Okay. Well, I believe that we can take, we're nearly time. Is there any closing remarks, anything you want us to take home from whatever we've heard tonight? It seems like you've done a good job. We haven't had much questions from the audience except myself. And hopefully you will have a number of calls to your end if you want to, you know, get you in private after the program. But if you have any closing remarks, please, that would be very helpful so you can bring it to a close.
Nana, let me come in. There's an appeal I want to make.
Right.
Yeah, I'm trying to reach a target, but the target, I need numbers. I mean, I need clients. So like a platform like this, I need Ghanaians who are ready or who can propose their friends, families, their, what they call it, colleagues at work. Yeah.
Okay.
So if these numbers are to help me to push me up,
That's fine.
in order to get to a target that
I believe we are listening to you live on Zoom, Facebook, YouTube. Omega Live is doing as well. There will be videos on our Ghanaian Community Awareness Forum that will be live for people to watch. What I will say, though, if you can kindly, if you are able to share your presentation, you can put it there for people to see and go through it. If it's not a protected document, then it will be helpful if you can share some aspect of it. So people can actually, those who are not here from start can actually go back and read through. But I believe a lot of people here belong to one group or the other. They may invite you to their groups, meetings, and other programs so that you can do much more presentation. But of course, it's been an interesting session with you, Mr. Ampia, and of course your colleague Mohammed Farouk for being here. As time goes on, if you have any topics that you think we can help bring to this forum, or we are, please feel free to do so. On that note, I would like to thank you, the panel, two of you, for your time on a Friday evening with us. It's been a pleasure to have you. On behalf of Ghana Union, Ghana Nurses Association UK, the Nightingale Ghanaian Nurses Association, and of course, Western Region Association of Nurses UK. We are thankful to Access Media, led by Paul and Linda, for Akobra and Linda Wayu, for the good work of bringing us, and of course our partners, TapTapSend, who kindly sponsored us to bring to you live at your homes. Next 2 weeks, we will be talking about interstate succession law. Interstates, those who live, sadly, maybe you have built a house on your father's land in Ghana, you built a house in your family land. What happens to your house when you are not there? Does it go to your family? Does it go to your children? Or is it your extended family coming to claim? How do we go about making a will? Living in this country and still having an inheritance back in Ghana. How do we get those wills done? In case there are arguments and challenges around it, probate. How do we go about the system in Ghana as well? As we're talking about here, we also need to reflect that. And so we will have Akar JC from Kendrick's law firm in Takoradi Western Region. Coming, he's a barrister at law, Supreme Court, and he'll be coming to take us through a whole lot of series that we need to know. So if you get a flyer, share it, send it to your friend, let them join, because matters in Ghana too sometimes has borders on our lives here. On that note, have a blessed evening, a wonderful weekend, and we shall meet again in 2 weeks' time. Good night.
Thank you, Nana. Thank you.
send. Oh, everyone have my baby, you're from Calabos. The only boss. With oneness. Baby, I will be everywhere I day and everywhere they go. Tap Send got me covered. If you need to send money or transfer money from Europe, from Canada, from USA, from UK, any part in Europe, you can send it through Tap Send. And guess what? Oceania, they will receive it right here in Ghana and many countries across Africa. So what are you waiting for? Download Tap Send now on Google Play Store or App Store. When you download, it's so easy to use. Tell your families, tell your loved ones to download Tap Send. Okay? But also, when I receive my money, the other tell the world you channel, like my view, you know, hey, you crazy.
Download Tap Send now on Google Play and App Store. Tap Send. It's secure, convenient, easy, and fast.
This is our world. Here we are in our community. There are the laws. There are the regulations. We have BWF Solicitors. BWF Solicitors, experts in all aspects of the law, family law, civil litigation, all immigration and nationality issues, representation in court, marriage and divorce. We pride ourselves to give you excellent legal services and follow through till we get you the right result and decisions. That is our mutual satisfaction. We have a team of excellent qualified solicitors and support team to help you every step of the way. Our senior partner, with over 30 years of unbroken service to the community, is a member of the Family Law Panel and has advised several lawyers and institutions in many legal matters. He is qualified to practice both in the UK and in Ghana. Come to us. Speak to us. Let us represent you. We are your trusted community partners when it comes to the law. Locate us on the 4th floor of the Anna House, 214 to 218 High Road at Seven Sisters in North London, N15 4NP. Nearest train station, Victoria Line to Seven Sisters Station, exit number 2. We are open for all consultations from Monday to Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Weekends by appointment only. Call us now on 0208 493 7340 or 077 127 61884. BWF Solicitors, your trusted legal partner.